Kamala Harris's approval rating is now at 28%, which is an historic low for any modern vice president.
But when Joe chose Kamala, I had a bit of a sinking feeling because I was like, oh gosh, we're going to position Kamala to be the next president. And Kamala, even then, reminded me forcibly of Hillary Clinton.
Kamala Harris, the best running mate for this president?
He thinks so, and that's what matters.
Should Kamala Harris be his choice the second time around?
You know, I really want to defer.
I'm genuinely not sure what her support level or popularity is in California. She ran a presidential campaign like Hillary that underperformed. I mean, Hillary came very, very close to winning, whereas Kamala did not.
Is she up for the job? I am awfully sorry to say Kamala has failed at the job. She won't read her briefing books. She was given the appointment of being the czar of the border. We're almost 4 years in now, and she has yet to make it to the border. In 2020, Kamala came out and said there's no problem at the border, and she encouraged the illegals to continue to come.
I've never had one conversation with the president or the vice president for that matter. And so I was the chief of the Border Patrol. I commanded 21,000 people. That's a problem.
And then it turned out after several weeks of being in charge of our border between Mexico and the United States, she had never even been there.
We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I mean, I don't understand the point that you're making.
A Kamala Harris staff exodus reignites questions about her leadership style and her future ambitions. And in that article, a former Harris staffer anonymously says, it's clear that you're not working with someone who is willing to do the prep and the work. With Kamala, you have to put up with a constant amount of soul-crushing criticism and also her own lack of confidence. So you're constantly sort of propping up a bully, and it's not really clear why.
But also we know that staffing problems have plagued Harris's presidential campaign. She has a history of cycling through staff even when she was AG of California.
She's had a great deal of staff turnover. The rumors are rampant out of her office that she's difficult to work with.
We also can't forget that she's had some public stumbles related to some of her speeches that she has put out there, some of her comments that she said in media, and she's had to push back on that.
But even then, when this was happening, I was like, oh no, this is going to be Hillary Clinton redux when, or if Kamala becomes the nominee, which is what a lot of people are facing right now. They're looking at it and saying Kamala is clearly the next person up. Kamala is clearly not connecting with people. She's not that popular.
People say to me, well, why isn't she doing this or that? I said, because she's the vice president. That's the job description. You don't do that much.